Happy belated birthday to Libby German.
Bad things happen to good people. None of us were ever really born equal. Only one life, there ain't no sequel. Some people live, others stay fearful. This world ain't never been peaceful. You got good, always butting heads against evil. The good try to be fair, but the bad lethal. They gon' fight dirty, every single one deceitful. Stand up, I wanna see your face. Get your chin up like you belong in this place. We gon' train like you've never trained before. You're going up against something that you can't ignore. This ain't a game, this your life that we're playing with. There ain't no reset button or an off switch. You gotta face your fears, you gotta scratch the itch. You gotta break through the walls and get after it. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you, I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying. Cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself. I got this, there ain't no going back. Leave it all on the battlefield, push the attack. You can't stop me, I'm obsessive. A lot of people think that I come off aggressive, but I'm just passionate. Why aren't you? Ain't nobody care if you got nothing to lose. You gotta put yourself on the line, make moves. Otherwise you'll be a sheep with the lions watching you. Only time will tell who's gonna make it. I promise you, I'ma be the one who's gonna take it. I fight, I provide, leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying. Cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself. Today is the day, don't waste any time. Know it's time to make a change. Up in your mind, rearrange. Start thinking you're the hero headed out on your way. There's gonna be good times and bad times. That's alright, just stay on the line. Cause in life we all got a different mission, but the good guy always wins, that's a given. If you stay committed, you stay driven, you'll be looking down the barrel of completing your mission. Ignition, light the flame, get the fire and you listen. Take these words deep, cause this is real, ain't no fiction. You don't need drugs, help any prescription. Just persistence and energy can win any competition. So keep fighting, facing any opposition, and be the hero in a story you yourself have written. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no there ain't no one else. Pick a side by yourself.
What up, Squirrel Squad? So I don't know if my audio's good. We're not using StreamYard anymore, so bear with me. How is everybody doing tonight? Forgive me, I sound a little choppy. I am sick right now. I ain't feeling good, but we're still here. We're still doing this. I apologize for not doing a live last Friday or Monday. I have been sick, under the weather, and I've been doing a lot of shit behind the scenes, so. With that said, I'm gonna just keep on keeping on. Is there anything specific anybody wants to discuss today or whatever in chat? What up, Larissa? What up, Kenny? What up, Tiff? Lala's in the house. Katie Bug. Jen Doe. Mega Pints and Muffins. Diane, Ara's in the house, Roscoe. Who else are we missing here? Oh my god, I'm looking for my phone. Guy McFarlane, Jazzy's mom, Susan's here. What up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Delta Jackson, Lieb Cats, Love Cats, Lisa's here. Simon Says, John Courtney. What up, everybody? Mom First, Bridge. How's everybody doing? I am. That's why I've been taking some downtime when I need to. My sleep pattern's a little bit woo right now, trying to keep up with my son's sleep pattern while trying to stick to my original sleep pattern, and it just ain't working out. Yeah, this intro was very well done. Sorry, my son's talking. No, I don't. You go ahead and eat that, buddy. Michael, someone hacked my cell phone pictures and what's Oh no. There are, Michael, if you email me, there's programs that I can put you on that will pull all that information that you lost. Even if it's wiped, you can still obtain it. Yeah, my sleep pattern is absolute garbage. Ask my son what his sleep pattern has been like. I can't keep up with it. I don't know how he does it, but it's summertime. He got straight A's. He went above and beyond this year. This little motherfucker got 106%. In what class? Algebra. My little nerd. Turn my volume up? I sure can. Sorry, I had it turned down. How's that? Is that better? Is that a better volume? Much love, Kenny. Sorry, I'm trying to drink lots of water today. Lots and lots and lots of water. So tonight's program is going to be kind of all over the place. It's going to mainly be about Kylie Rodney, as usual. Just to give you guys an idea, I am working on, while I'm trying to go through information, keep up to date on things, I'm trying to make a documentary. I don't know how good of a documentary it's going to be, but I'm trying to give a lot of people not their justice they deserve, but get their names out there, keep their names out there, get it some recognition. And I guess the end result is hoping that certain counties get some audits done on them. That's the end goals. Volume's better? Volume too loud, or what? Yeah, my son's super smart. He's smarter than I am. Wow, he makes all this noise in the background. I'm so sorry. Boy's gotta eat, though. It's time for him to wake up and get it. This little shit. I love him so much. His sleep pattern has me all sorts of messed up.
There's no pattern.
Yep, there's no. His pattern is as long as he's up all night playing video games and chatting and doing his shit, I'm not worried about it. He does everything he is asked to do and then some, so. Shut your damn mouth. Okay, so there's one feature that I have been trying to get to work on. Let me see if I can get this to work. I don't know how to do it. Let me see if I can. Tools. Scene collection. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get a doc to show here. Okay, that's not it. Why is this? Maybe it is. No, it's not. Fuck. No, that's not it. Alright, at least I got chat on my screen. I don't know why it's not. Well, I got chat on screen, so that's important to have chat there. So I'll put chat over here. But I made a new doc so that I could. Oh, there it is. Wait, maybe this is it. Hold on. I'm just give me a few minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. It's not that loud. Do you want me? I could turn it up. Turn up. I'll turn up. I'm just trying to keep all the background sounds like at bay in my house right now because I got a dog that's being whiny. I got a kid that's being hungry, and then you got me clicking on my mouse. So, all right. Let me see if that did anything. Absolutely did nothing. That's cool. You just close the dockable window if you'd like to show it again. No, I don't want to show it again. I'm just trying to find where I lost my... Maybe this is it. Nope, something went wrong. Oh well, I give up. I have no idea what I did. But at least I got chat on my window. Okay, so the volume's good. Y'all like Netflix's new song? That shit's so fitting. And I just feel like every one of the songs he puts out, I feel that I catch that vibe. What up, CMY family? How you doing, Scarlett? Mary Thomas? Allison Sexton? I think I got everybody. Jendo. Yep, we're good. Alright, so I'm not sure which direction this is gonna go. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of watching old lives, putting together a lot of information. Just to give you an idea of what I'm working on, I guess I'll pull this up. So, I started writing context dialogue to do a documentary. And it pretty much includes all of the people in Everyone Accounts. It's going to also include, even though her case isn't related, I still want to include her in it because it's still a suspicious case, still unsolved, still no remains found. Carly Guzze, Michael Shane Youngers, Tiffany Thiel. I'm going to include Kylie Rodney into it. Hold on, let me scroll past that part. And then I'm going to include Jeanette and Juan, Trinity Backus, and Dante De La Torre. But we're slowly getting there. It's a lot of work. Pretty much what I want to do is just keep Kylie's name out there. I'm trying to put out new content via my shorts and my videos that I'm dropping. And I'm just going to kind of keep it at that. I'm going to use my lives to pretty much put other content creator stuff out there. So without further ado, please smash that like button, and I'm just gonna keep on keeping on with the content that I have unfolded. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be showing tonight will be from, hold on, I'll tell you exactly who all. Divine Justice, aka Miss G the Honey Badger, Say What, Seeker of Truth, Illuminated Mind, Ninja Chihuahua's True Crime, and myself. I got one from Ara, I do believe. ATS News, I think I'm going to dive into a couple of those, because this is just stuff that I've been looking at lately, revisiting, and all of that stuff. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready to get some Kylie Rodney content? Yeah, and then the two shorts that I just made, I think I dropped them yesterday. I'll replay them again today. You can go watch them on your own free will and pause them, because Nick Ren's, his will be a lot of pausing for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. And then Nick G, his I did in a better time frame because it fits to Kylie's music. Friday, July 7th. Let me write that down real quick, honey, so I remember. Yep, just let me know if it's canceled, if it's postponed. Just let me know. I have you written down now in pen. Alright, let's go. Y'all ready? Okay, this first one is from Divine Justice. She's pretty incredible. I will drop links in the chat, as always. Hi, puppy.
See where the cursor is right now?
She's talking about down here.
Damn it.
Damn it, she says. I'm gonna share Miss G's channel. Go subscribe to her. I like the content she puts out.
It's just on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's just on the land on the other
Puppy,
side.
stop
There's
it.
land on the other side where he's saying the trees right there.
Yeah, this area that he keeps saying about the lights and stuff, it's literally just the loop around to the other side to drive out another route through the community. I love what Miss G's putting out.
And everyone was not gone.
I know the volume's low. Oh my god, this dog.
Around party time. I think I started recording at 12.
Knock it off.
Yeah, 12, now it's 12:21, but now I fade out the day over the darkness, but you can still see the light. Then I go completely to dark to show you what it looks like. This is what the actual dark footage looks like, and you wouldn't be able to really tell 100%, but it looked right. I mean, I knew exactly where this little peninsula here is and everything, and it looked right. So what we're doing now is I'm just showing you what it looks like when it's completely dark, and now we're at 12:23.
Helps if I turn my mic back on. Sorry, I'm going to keep mute my mic. My dog is running around the house like a lunatic. She's bouncing all over the back of my seat. Getting text messages. My motion sensor is going off. All kinds of things are happening all at once. So, this is a video that I've been watching. It's titled, What Are They Looking At? Local Call-In with Great Information. It was posted August 25th from Say What. I'm going to go ahead and share this video. I'm an asshole and I forgot to give it a like. I'm going to drop this in chat, a link to that. Alright, we're good. Chats are good. Chat, oh my god, I have so many text messages right now. People asking me if I'm live. I'm live, everybody. Okay. Okay, what was chat saying? The cam footage was, in a way, smoke and mirrors. I have my own opinions, and that's why I don't put those opinions out there about the cam things, but, yeah, there's a lot of things I could say about the cameras. I'll leave that for maybe my documentary. I don't know. Alright, let's go. I don't know how loud this is gonna be.
What's up, is that me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
So, I don't know, I listen to the show and I jump around with all other ones and stuff, so, I'm pretty new to this channel, but I have pretty interesting thought process on everything, so I figured I'd share it, and if I go past my time, just be like, yo, shut up. But if I go past my time and you got any more questions, hit me up for sure. So anyway, I grew up in Colorado and I moved to North Lake Tahoe to the town of Truckee 7 years ago now, and I lived in Truckee for 6 years and actually lived about 15 minutes from Boca and Crawford, just right up the road from that. I used to ride their bikes all over there on this road. Big show. So I know that area pretty well, and I barely recognized her face, and they were talking about the tea shop and stuff like that. So I found that. But
Wait, so you
I don't know. I don't know. Well, because she worked in like a tea shop, which I had nothing to do. So I mean, the first thing I want to say, because a lot of people seems like people are kind of like coming up with all this crazy stuff, is like that town is super small. Like it's like your cliche small town. Like,
Do y'all remember this? Because I don't remember this. I've been listening to this one over and over and over and over again. I don't remember this being in Icked Mills Live, but this is where it comes from. I'm eventually going to find the source of the horse, because you know me. The noise that you do hear, that is not me. It's this video, the way that it's being recorded, just so you know.
everyone knows everyone, and you know stuff gets around pretty quick. So just keep that in mind. I guess is really what I want to say on that. And I have so many thoughts on it. But the other thing I had to say is like I grew up going, you know, when I was a younger shithead, I'd go out to campgrounds and drink with my friends underage, and like there was never any time where every single person bounced that fast, you know, like half the people stayed there. Like I fall asleep in the bed of my truck, you know, like it's super weird that every single person just left. So
That is. You talking about like a 12:30 time?
yeah, like the
Yeah.
See, a lot of people in chat are saying they've never heard of this. Yeah, I've never heard this either. I don't know if the live got deleted. I've never heard this before. But you know me, I like hearing sources that come locally from Truckee that, yeah, the audio is fast forward. You want me to slow it down a little bit? I could do that. I could slow it down. And then I'll just go back to the beginning and let it play the whole way through.
What's up, is that me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
So I don't know. I listen to the show and I jump around with all other ones and stuff. So, I'm pretty new to this channel, but that's pretty interesting thought process on everything. So I figured I'd share it, and if I go past my time, just be like, yo, shut up. But if I go past my time and you got any more questions, hit me up for sure. So anyway, I grew up in Colorado, and I moved to North Lake Tahoe to the town of Truckee 7 years ago now. And I lived in Truckee for 6 years, and I actually lived about 15 minutes from Boca and Providence, just right up the road from that. And I used to ride dirt bikes all over there on those roads. Big show. So I know that area pretty well, and I barely recognized her face. And they were talking about the tea shop, so I found that. But
You said you recognize on the face.
well, because she worked in like a tea shop, which I had nothing to do. So I mean, the first thing I want to say, because a lot of people seems like people are kind of like coming up with all this crazy stuff, is like that town is super small. Like it's like your cliche small town. Like everyone knows everyone, and you know stuff gets around pretty quick. So just keep that in mind. I guess is really what I want to say on that. And I have so many thoughts on it. But the other thing I had to say is like I grew up going, you know, when I was a younger shithead, I go out to campgrounds and drink with my friends underage, and like there was never any time where every single person bounced that fast, you know, like half the people stayed there. Like I fall asleep in the bed of my truck, you know, like it's super weird that every single person just left. So
That is, you talking about like a 12:30 time?
yeah, like the
Yeah.
called fanatic. Like dude, like there would be people just chilling if there's a fire or whatever, like
Right, while at the same time, or this massive accidents. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And drunk kids, especially like from my experience, they end up in like the water. You know, they go down, they're like, let's go jump in the water, let's take off our shirt, whatever,
Right.
you know? And I'm just saying,
Okay, did he say, let's drive close to the water, let's take off our shirts? I'm pretty sure that's what he just said. If that's what you think he said, put a 1 in chat.
because I witnessed that kind of stuff firsthand. So the only thing I was thinking on everything is I thought that was weird. And, you know, how no one wants to talk. When I lived there, you know, I was a part of a church there, and I witnessed a lot of, you know, these kids. A lot of these kids are really good kids, but there's also a lot of kids there that their parents just literally let them do whatever. Like the type of kids that'll never move out. There's mass amounts of drugs everywhere because people are super bored. So it's not really surprising that she was super ham-jangled like people are saying she was, but
Alright.
I don't know, that last caller was saying like, oh, it was probably her first time, and no, like those 16-year-old girls were kind of, I mean, I'm 35 and I have 4 kids, and I was straight up scared of those young kids up there. I was like, these kids are on a whole different level
It's different
compared
now.
to when I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, they're kind of, they have nice houses and stuff like that. So that was just kind of, I could go on and on about my experience up there for sure.
So, on the road, like, the whole, have you been out to this area before, the Prosser campground?
Yeah, I've been on the campground. I've been right on the beach, right where people from far out.
Okay.
My kids up there kayaking all the time, all over that lake.
It's popular kayak, people kayak there all the time, probably swimming there too.
Yeah, so like Boca and Prosser are like the local lakes. Like Lake Tahoe and Donner are kind of like, Donner has a lot of houses around it that are people who own really nice homes, but they're from Stack, which is where I live now. But, and then Tahoe's pretty far out, like, but as far as that area, it's very remote, and that's why the locals like it, because you don't get all the shenanigans that come with the out-of-town visitors and whatnot. So, The roads there are generally, like, you gotta drive pretty slow going in there. Like, you can't really rip through them in cars. Like, you'll straight up knock your alignment out or break your suspension if you're trying to be like that. So, like, those places and
See what he says right there? There's no sporty cars, no low cars are going back there because even just a normal car, if you drive back there, you're gonna rip your suspension out. You're gonna fuck shit up. That's what I got from that.
there where you're spending 20 minutes driving like a mile in or whatever, you know, like you're crawling. So I just was like, I can't believe how those cars all just
Sorry, my dog is
the only other
drinking.
thing I want to say is I've camped out there a lot. And there are times when it's pretty pitch black, but like you get like residual light in the sky. It's kind of weird to say, but there's on the west side of the lake. If you're on the east side of the lake, you can see light from like Boreal if they're doing work up there at the ski resort. And then because they have night lighting, and it's super bright. And then Reno's light from the city actually you can see in the sky. So most of the time it's not totally pitch black. And then the other thing I was gonna say is depending on where the moon phase was,
Right.
that moon full hitting the water, it reflects off the water and like doubles the intensity of the light. So it's actually like you can see. So I don't know. I didn't really buy the whole thing that, you know, unless she was straight up slack or something, how she could, you know, she's a mountain girl that lived up there. She knew that area. She knew that danger of going anywhere near that lake, you know, so I thought that was pretty interesting for sure. And then the friends just ditching her is like, it's a small community up there, and like people up there really want to take care of each other, you know what I mean? And you could see it in how many people came out of the woodworks when this all happened. And I was part of a church there that, you know, they want to help. So to me, it's very strange that, you know, not one person comes forward or, you know, has anything to say about it.
Right.
As far as people that participated, but from what I heard too, a lot of people were from Sac and Reno and out of town.
Right.
Oh, dang, does he say a lot of people were from SAC? Yeah, Ara, he does. Yeah, that's why it sounds like he either knows her or has gone to, like, I mean, he's confirming here that he's gone to these same parties, that he's gone to Boca, that he's gone to Prosser, but yeah, yeah, I don't know, Susan. It's hard to tell. I wanted to play this because it was something that I just stumbled upon. I have never heard it before. And I'm glad that it's still out there and that we can re-put it back out there. I'm definitely, after this live, going to be breaking this down and trying to figure out who this is. You know me. Quietly.
That's hard to think there. It's just like, you know, my friends and me, I would never like to leave a friend if we were doing drugs, especially like what they're talking about. Like, dude, that's messed up. Like, you're pretty much giving a death sentence if you leave someone up there that's messed up on drugs. Out in the woods there, you get lost fast.
Anything could happen to you. Mm-hmm.
There's bears up there, and right now the bears are starting to get kind of.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I had a ranch up there. We were chasing bears away constantly, especially as this time of year comes around because it's getting colder at night. So it kind of like triggers their instincts to forage to get fat because winter's coming pretty early there. So, yeah, but it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you leave your friend so super messed up in a place where so many different factors were not favorable for her, other than dragging, you know?
Right. Are you leaning towards anything? Are you leaning towards, an accident or rape or undecided?
I mean, it seems like I can get pretty dark sometimes, you know, like everyone can get like their deep thoughts or dark thoughts and all that, you know, whatever I worked as a tattoo artist for 10 years, and I'm a truck driver, so I listen to a lot of crazy stuff when I'm driving, and like.
Oh shit, he said truck driver, huh? Oh shit.
You know, you can definitely go down this rabbit hole of thinking what happened. To me, I just felt like, if anything, they witnessed her do something like crazy in her car, like driving to the lake, and they all just dipped because they didn't want, you know, to have to be there when the cops showed up. You know what I mean? And then their kids operating with the mind state of, oh, she'll be all right, she'll get out or whatever, and they'll just leave, and it wasn't that way.
Right.
Like, I don't think it was something where she OD'd out on the ground and they threw her in there and pushed it in. That's pretty dark and heavy accusation.
Yeah.
It was a tragic accident, and it happens. I hope that those young kids up there can learn from it and be more careful. I've got kids between the ages of 6 months and 8 years old, and everything in between, 2 boys and 2 girls. So for me, I'm like, dude, it's terrifying to be a parent of some young kids right now, and wonder how it's gonna be when they grow up. You know, because of their influences, who's around them.
No.
So
Right.
she seemed like a really good kid.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you all. And
Or if you got more questions, I don't know, find me, but you can always hit me up.
I can save your. Hold on. I save your number. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll.
How does everybody feel about hearing that one? Yeah, I've never heard this before. And like I said, I've been listening to a lot of old lives. I have a lot of old lives saved, cut down per panelist that came on, and I have honestly, in 10 months, never heard this. I have so many questions too, Bridge. I really do. I have so many questions. I feel like the more that we talk about it, the more questions we come up with. But yes, I dropped the link to this video. Yeah, my head was spinning too. That's why I had to share it with y'all. Have your head spinning with mine. I put the link to this video in chat twice. If you guys need me to drop it again, you know I will. I do believe I saved it. If not, you know what? Let me go ahead and drop that in my handy dandy. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure who the caller is. All I know is he's anonymous, and that he called into one of Mel's panels that I've absolutely never heard before. The next video, I don't have StreamYard anymore. I have been using OBS, learning OBS, so that I could teach other people how to use OBS. This next video, though, does come with some trigger warning. This is from Seeker of Truth. I'm going to turn the volume down just in case it's blasting. But we're going to go ahead and get this one as well. I remember when I spoke about callers into these shows, I triggered people, and it makes sense why. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure who it is, Paper Songs. Absolutely don't know who it is. All I know is after my live, you know me, I'm going to be downloading this audio, putting it at the right speed that it should be, and likely trying to find the source of it if the source is still there. If not, at least we still have a recording of the panel. Yep, Seeker of Truth is next. This comes with a trigger warning.
Ever since then, ever since I exclaimed, "Don't know," they found her not long after the information broke.
I sat there transfixed by the thought she'd ended up in the water somehow.
Let me get the link.
Ever since then, I've never believed it was a mere DUI, and ever since then, I felt changed, somehow different, somehow. Maybe it was watching the KCRA footage of her car being drugged from the water that did it. Seeing her car carelessly tipped over and the contents float away, including what looked at the time to me to be a white sweater. In hindsight, the KCRA footage likely showed skin sloughing and the results of them dumping the car out, and Well, they edited it out to keep it away from us. Perhaps.
Why? Ask why.
I don't know why.
After you figure out what, and what it felt like / looked like / smelled like, etc. Dig as deep as you can inside of yourself and view the facts through the eyes of those involved, using empathy, using insight, using your heart and heart light. Keep asking why. As you go deeper, if the holes in the Swiss cheese start lining up / you start getting feedback from those involved, you know at that point that what you're digging for exists. It's real. You can feel it. Surround yourself in your inner mind with the facts of the person you are channeling and, well, sometimes there's sights / sounds / feelings and even motive that come to light. At least for those of us who have learned the hard way how to hone and polish the thoughts falling away from others when you look into their eyes. Kylie knew that people on this world all have that gift. You can feel things. It comes to you without having to be said. If you look hard enough, if you come at it from the perspective of what would I be trying to say if I looked that way / acted that way / said those things, etc., what would it take to make my face, my eyes, my expressions the same? We all have this gift. Some are just a little more in tune to it. I'd like to give this nugget away to the world, just as Kylie tried to do when she penned the lyrics of her swan song. What if Kylie knew that we'd all know someday? We'd feel it. What if she knew that her passing would be significant enough, and if it was trumpeted enough by those involved, it would make headlines? For those who cannot speak a word, that amplification of their message would be ingrained into the efforts a person might make to leave enough breadcrumbs behind so that we could all follow them. If it was stark enough and in contrast enough to the current world events involving pedophilia and demon worship, adrenochrome, and child abuse / sacrifice. Would that get your attention? It sure got mine.
You see, Kylie knew enough to know we'd know enough to know we'd care enough to want to know more. Her dying was like a flare to the world that sometimes you just don't. Along the way making this channel, I've tried so very hard to follow her breadcrumbs. I've tried to explain how I got there, without actually saying it. I've tried to give others insights into what Kylie's light may have looked like. Along the way, I cried for the first time in 10 years or more. When I realized that the cost was too high and Kylie's messages cost to send was so high that there really must be something terrifying involved. Something worth her efforts to send a shooting star to the world / to save her brother / to save her town / to save the other kids that are chained up, locked in cabins, over the winter, suffering from constant PTSD and fear of what would happen if they spoke out. Fear of retaliation by a group within the town of Truckee that's involved in some heavily beeped up stuff. A network of child abusers who foist their children into a world full of demons and predators, and instead of protecting them, these beeped up freaks molest their kids and prepare them for their upcoming initiations into a heinous world of neglect, abuse, sexual abuse, dark deeds, the worst of the worst, _ devil worshippers and their ilk. Kylie had friends, like Epstein had friends. Like those in the elite had friends. Like it's alleged against Hanks and the other island visitors? Her friends would come over and stay the night and never leave her alone. She traveled the world as a plaything? Beeped up stuff. I'm sorry to go here. But that's where this rabbit hole leads, at least for me. Someone who has been there in life and had a parent take advantage of the fact they were drunk every day to explain away their monstrous behavior. Maybe I'm just full of it and don't have a clue, but these thoughts come from within her. If you look hard enough, if you care enough, and if there's enough sincerity to the views obtained, why did I take this channel down? I was asked to. I felt like I needed to show people that this ain't about anything other than trying to share Kylie's light with those in that town. And get the talking done. And get it out there. So others in Kylie's orbit could breathe a little easier knowing that Kylie's messages in a bottle have been received. That they weren't lost with her death. That her light still shines and will continue to do so. She didn't die in vain. She got it out. Her painful message is that there's a beeped up island in the middle of Truckee and a whole lot of other kids live on it. Live and breathe it. Live and bear it. faked it to make it. Under their skin. Always present fear and PTSD that if they make one sound, well, they're next. So I took the channel down. To give them some time to think clearly. To give the parents involved some lead time. And to get ahead of it. So I took it down. But Kylie message needs to be shown. She wanted to live forever. She wanted to be martyr. She wanted to be the poster child for other kids to unchain themselves and learn the needed skills of self-defense. She wanted schools to change the way they did things. She wanted the police and other LE to change the way they did things. She wanted other kids to know that they didn't have to send messages in a bottle, that there was a surefire way of getting their painful messages out. A new way. A better way? I'm of the mindset that if Kylie message and Trinity's and Dante's isn't understood by the people that make up this planet, these villages, the world as we know it, that not sharing and understanding it would be more tragic and more damaging and of potentially larger impact on the youth that live in Truckee and the adults than might be the case if Kylie message is known. In other words, those kids have come to rely upon all of us out there looking at these images and thinking these thoughts as a solemn relief that helps on the way, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that it was not all in vain, that changes will be made and that those poor kids in their locked hands and chains aren't going to be held there forever. We heard you. We understand. There's painful, torturous daily events in those kids' lives and in other towns across the land. Daily torturous events. They have always been there. They will always be there unless we care enough to try and make a difference. I care enough. So, on August 4th, 2023, this channel will relight. On August 5th, 2023, I plan to upload a video that flat out doesn't hold a bleeped up thing back. Not one bleeped up corrupt town, devil worshipping, sold out and bought law enforcement, and elite controlled event. I'm gonna blow the whole lid off this thing and tell Kylie's story my way. All of it. Every painfully imbibed source of light I empathized with Kylie over these last 340 plus days. Every bleeped up one of them. So her light doesn't die with her. So Trinity's voice gets shared. So Dante's voice is known. And more than anything else, so that those kids in Truckee and its vicinity in close approximation to Reno and South Shore Lake Tahoe, so those kids can keep on keeping on holding on to the hope that I hope, you hope, the world hopes, we can all maintain. Or the peeps involved can get this off their chest to the FBI and others before I have to. Before is better. Get it off your chests your way. Bleep the Truckee way. Or not. For Lindsay, yeah, her locked nature is clear, too, and for the others closely involved in the true overwhelmed, ex-hippie, the real ones, freaks that like to prey on their own, prey on the children, prey on their pain, prey on the community's only heart and soul and terrify them all in the process. People packing up and getting the F out. They don't feel safe anymore. Or law enforcement can show these poor souls that help is on the way. Either way, August 5th, 2023, 1 year after her alleged demise, is going to be Fireworks Day. Sarah Connor knew that fate's not preordained. It's what you make. Those are wise words. Make yours what you want it to be. Keep integrity close. Believe that the high road is the only road. Act in ways that promote. Promote harmony, not hate. It's what you make. For Kylie. For Shep. For Mags. For those like her. I am like Kylie.
Sorry, y'all, my dog's barking. That was a phenomenal video. Every single one of her videos, I'm going to say they, because I don't know if it's a he or she. Every one of their videos has always been absolutely packed full of information. All of the breadcrumbs videos that used to be there that are no longer. I'm glad to see them putting another video out. I'm glad that they're explaining why they removed all of their content. And I'm looking forward to August 5th from this channel. So please subscribe, because I'm pretty sure the dominoes are about to fall. Yeah, that's what... The more that I read about Dante's case, the lack of information, the lack of an autopsy, the lack of anything, honestly, it just... I started reading it was like a forum post about a news article, and there were a lot of locals and friends of his commenting down below it, and after reading some of them, I can't help but to think that Dante in his brand new car was driving out to that area to meet up with somebody, and something went very, very wrong with the person that he thought he could trust. Hell yeah. I'm glad to see her subs going up. I almost thought I didn't unmute myself for a second. And then this video is from Miss G. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to that. I don't know why I failed to thumb these up before sharing them, but you know me. Half the time I watch these at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Just waking up and throwing them in a playlist. Yes, thank you, Seeker of Truth. And thank you, everyone, for subbing up. If you haven't, please, 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 Crane Kicks has dropped her link directly to the channel. Please go sub that channel up. I'm looking forward to August 5th. I don't know about y'all. Okay, so I dropped the link to this right here. This right here.
Barbara Butcher just said that the decomposition would be in its advanced stages after 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly advanced after 2 weeks in warm water.
Okay. And
Yeah.
75-degree water would be considered somewhat warm?
That's warm.
Okay.
Okay. So, when I go back and re-listen to Barbara Butcher and what she said about the autopsy, and then I also take into account what Dra Latina had said, the way that they're explaining her autopsy, it just really solidifies for me that her car and her remains were not put in the water until a later date. It explains a lot of her autopsy. And then, for me, and this is just my opinion, I feel it's kind of sus that not only did they rush cremate her, but they waited 2 days, okay? So, it doesn't matter how long remains are submerged in water, whether it's 24, 48, 72, or 2 weeks. Once you submerge said remains in water and you pull it out, once you introduce oxygen to it, decomp happens rapidly, literally before your eyes. And I think that helped these assholes, I'm not saying the people talking here, but these assholes doing her autopsy and stuff like that, I think it helped them paint that whole accident narrative, in my opinion. It makes a lot of sense of why they would have waited 2 days to do an autopsy, but they rushed that cremation like they did. She said coffee party at Shan's. I mean, I want coffee, but I probably shouldn't do it, but I probably am going to make some coffee while this next video. Okay. So, I have this user that oftentimes, well, let me do that. Let me get it ready. I oftentimes have this user coming into chats, into my comments. They've always kept like very educated conversations, very to the point with their answers, their questions, and all of these things. And when I discovered that they really have been lately dropping a lot of videos. I'm going to go ahead and share the link to this video. Crane, I'm not sure what they did to her, but I don't know. It's just, I think rapid decomp had to happen in order for it to fit this whole accident narrative, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But that's okay. BFF, I miss you. We're going to discuss this after the live, because there's just a lot of things that I'm stumbling upon that, woo. No, I'm about to make some coffee. I'm going to play this video. I'm going to put myself on mute, and I'm just going to go ahead and let this video play through. Please subscribe to Illuminated Mind. Absolutely incredible content creator. Putting out some fire-ass videos for Kylie Rodney. Let's get it. Ow, my ears.
Trained to hurt people, trained to be ruthless, trained to purge every trace of inferiority from myself until I was nothing but the best.
Okay, I gotta pause this part right here. This part right here says, I honestly think there is no way this was just an accident. Everything around her has been very sketchy. Even the stuff that Checkit pulled out. The fact that he can't say what was in the cardboard box and who it was addressed to. The fact that the cops left that stuff in the water is all just super crazy in my opinion. Agreed. Y'all, please head on over to Illuminated Mind and subscribe. I'm going to play one more video of theirs, but first, I'm going to sip up on this coffee because, ooh, it's good. You know what, Ninja? You have been spitting out hella videos since after your surgery, so girl, like, give yourself some credit. Give yourself some slack. Like, you're still getting it, girl, while healing from a major surgery like that. I'm just glad that you're getting on the mend and you finally addressed it. Ooh-wee! Alright. Coffee's ready. Phoenix is about to get some coffee. I'm going to start the next video. I'm going to go ahead and share this one. This one is definitely... What up, Jazz? So I'm going to take a little commercial. And this is not even a commercial break. My animals are acting crazy. Everybody acting crazy up in this house right now. Nova, please. Be nice to the kitty cat, okay? Be nice. Be nice. Be easy. You want some coffee, too? I don't think you need any. Oh, my God. This coffee is, like, good to my soul. I want to kind of give shout-outs to all of these channels. Like, if you guys are not subscribed to Ninja Chihuahua's True Crime, please go do so. If you're not subscribed to Seeker of Truth, Divine Justice, a.k.a. Miss G the Honey Badger, Illuminated Mind, Ara does some incredible work. She won't make videos that she doesn't have receipts for or ask questions that shouldn't be asked. Like, there's so many content creators out there that I give mad respect, love, and props to for keeping Kylie's name out there. And we all have the same one goal, and that's to get to her truth, tell her story, and make sure justice is served for her. Me, however, I'm a little more, can't say more invested, but more invested in all the surrounding cases around it. So far, I think I have 18, will be 19 people included that I will be adding to the documentary. I'm really, really hoping to have this documentary ready to rock within the next, I'd say, month. Like, I'm going hard in the paint. But what I wanted to let y'all know is if you want to take part in my panels from now on, you are going to have to be a member of the public Discord. If you are not a member, just shoot me an email. You will see it at the bottom left of your screen. Shoot me an email. I will send you a Discord link, and the way that I am going to start doing the lives for the panels. I'm done with StreamYard. I'm done with all the bugs. I'm done with paying $20, $30, $40, $50 for streaming services that I can do absolutely free through OBS Studio. OBS Studio does have a learning curve. Next Tuesday, I will be doing a Tech Tuesday so that everybody can sit and learn the basics of OBS Studio, how to use it, how to add certain functions into it so that you can get away from paying all of these companies to do something that you can do on your own. And the good part about OBS Studio is if your computer can output 1080, you can do your live streams in 1080. If your computer can output 4K, it'll still show your live in 2K format. There are no limits with OBS Studio, whereas I'm just noticing with a lot of these streaming devices is if you don't pay more than $10, $20 for their streaming device, you're stuck with their overlay, you're stuck with their logo, you're stuck with all of these things that, I mean, if they were smart, they would charge $15, $20 for their services and get more people on board and have it open source. And I don't understand why they think they are going to keep profiting off of, not really giving anything but bugs. I'm tired of the bugs in StreamYard. Melon's garbage. I'm not a huge fan of Streamlabs, and I'm getting away from putting all this money out there that doesn't need to be put out there. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to donate, my information is on the bottom right of the screen. You can send PayPal, Cash App. I do have Venmo, but I only give that to certain people. With that said, let's move on to Illuminated Minds' next video. I'm going to share the link to this video. Please go subscribe. You're going to get the next one. Oh, Kenny, anytime you want to go live, if we're awake in the same time frame, hell yeah, buddy. You know I'll hop up on your panel. Anything that has to do with Kylie Rodney, you know I'm going to take part in it. I went up on Ara's panel finally for the first time. Just the other, 2 weeks ago? Something like that? A week and a half ago, Ara? I don't even know. Time is an illusion. I'm going to start going up on panels more often. I'm going to try to make time for other channels to speak about Kylie Rodney, Trinity, whatever cases anybody wants to talk about. I'm going to start being more proactive with other channels. CNY is going to be doing I think she said she wants to try to do a 5-person panel to discuss Kylie Rodney. And I do believe so far she has the date of July 7th, so I'm looking forward to that. And if the time or date or whatever changes, I will let everybody know. I'm sure she will too. All right, let's get this next video. I'm gonna keep watching chat.
Kylie Rodney disappeared near the Prosser family campground in Truckee.
The vehicle is also missing and is described as a silver 2013 Honda CR-V.
I just have to pause and say, it is absolutely incredible that they put this panel of people that they did here. Kudos for that.
anybody else out there, if you know where she is, if you know anything about where she might be, if you have any ideas or thoughts, please come forward and share them.
I want to honor the teens right next to me. I went up to her and I said, hey, I got another ride home, because she was meant to be my ride home, but I knew she was too intoxicated to get me home. So I said, hey, I found another ride home. Like, I hope you stay safe. Like, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, I love you. Like, have fun and stuff. I think it's totally possible that somebody could have taken her and maybe offered to drive her home.
The only 10 minutes that I was there, I literally had a group of 5 guys try to come get me to take as many bong rips as I could, forcefully without my boyfriend present. It was scary. It was really scary.
It's a lot of forest. It's a very popular destination for people to do boating, swimming, fishing, camping. There's a lot of wildlife around.
We start tonight with breaking news. Investigators in Placer County saying they believe a missing teen may have been kidnapped.
They're doing everything. They love you. We want you home.
Have her completely, we want you home. Cars along here. Here's the road you take to get out here. Where that white car is where the majority of kids were standing. In between these 3 trees right here, this is where the lights were hung up.
The very last text that I got from her was at 11:30 the night of the party, saying that she was planning on leaving in about 45 minutes and would be heading home. One of the reasons even that she had sent that text then is because we had originally planned and agreed upon a 12:30 curfew for the night. And so leaving at 12:15 would have put her home at about 12:45 instead. And she is so good at always reaching out and checking in, that she did that just to let me know that she was just planning on being 15 minutes late.
It is an interview you will only see here on Fox 40 News. The boyfriend of missing teen Kylie Roden launching his own search for her and telling us about the last time he and her friends saw her.
I definitely feel like that in this current situation that she's safe. I don't know where she is. We don't have anything to go off of at this point, but I fully believe that she's alive and well, and I fully believe that the 2 of us, 3 of us, or other people are going to bring her home safe.
A lot of older people started showing up that people didn't know. Like, a lot of drugs were involved, like drugs that we don't typically have just in parties. And our parties also just aren't normally that big.
We are in an epidemic, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Fentanyl is everywhere, particularly with our youth. They are dying. It is accessible. It is everywhere.
Again, we're not here to arrest anybody and hold them accountable for underage drinking and drug usage. That's not our interest right now. That won't be our interest in this case.
I like to think that our community is, sheltered and protected from this stuff, but unfortunately we're not.
According to the CDC, fentanyl is now the #1 cause of death among.
This video, Mark, comes from Illuminated Mind. I will drop the link to this video in chat again. You guys want me to replay that part where Lindsay says her little thing right here?
This is where the lights were hung up.
The very last text that I got from
This one right here, Jenny, I have this came from News Nation. I have the full, I'll drop it in Discord. I have this interview.
From her was at 11:30 the night of the party, saying that she was planning on leaving in about 45 minutes and would be heading home. One of the reasons even that she had sent that text then is because we had originally planned and agreed upon a 12:30 curfew for the night. And so leaving at 12:15 would have put her home at about 12:45 instead. And she is so good at always reaching out and checking in, that she did that just to let me know that she was just planning on being 15 minutes late.
It is an interview you will only see here on Fox 40 News. The boyfriend of missing teen Kylie Roden launching his own search for her and telling us about the last time he and her friends saw her.
I definitely feel like that in this current situation that she's safe. I don't know where she is. We don't have anything to go off of at this point, but I fully believe that she's alive and well, and I fully believe that the two of us, three of us, or other people are going to bring her home safe.
A lot of older people started showing up that people didn't know. Like a lot of drugs were involved, like drugs that we don't typically have just in parties. And our parties also just aren't normally that big.
We are in an epidemic, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Fentanyl is everywhere, particularly with our youth. They are dying. It is accessible. It is everywhere.
Again, we're not here to arrest anybody and hold them accountable for underage drinking and drug usage. That's not our interest right now. That won't be our interest in this case.
I like to think that our community is, sheltered and protected from this stuff, but unfortunately we're not.
According to the CDC, fentanyl is now the #1 cause of death among 18 to 45-year-olds in the United States. The DA's office says in 2020, 24 Placer County residents died from fentanyl poisoning, and nearly half of them were under 25, marking a 700% increase over 2019 numbers.
Kuno says they spent the afternoon together on Friday, just hours before she disappeared.
The day of the party, I hung out with her. We made creme brulee. She was, everything was normal. I don't think she ran away. I would have noticed if something was slightly off.
They've searched the water. They've used.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause this because MJ Maxey, yes, Sammy remembers everything except if Kylie had the sweatshirt on. She knows about the lights, the sharing drinks, throwing the glow sticks into the thing, what belt she was wearing, what pants she was wearing, but she can't seem to remember like the important things. The important things.
Used helicopters. They've searched on foot.
That's very true, Jenny. Good point. That Odd Future sweatshirt was pretty memorable. Yes. I have 4 pictures of Kylie in the very, very little photos that were released or weren't deleted of Kylie. I have 4 photos where she is wearing that same Odd Future hoodie. I have never, ever seen a picture of her wearing Mags Larson's hoodie, that Lana Del Rey one.
She's in the back of the vehicle. She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me. Yeah. Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Call the authorities.
They say they found Rodney inside her car, which is in just 14 feet of water. The team says they've notified family and law enforcement. Placer County Sheriff's Office will now be taking over the investigation.
Right there is the red thing?
Yes, sir.
How in the could they have missed it? That's impossible.
And
Pick up a new hobby? Please know we got this.
New pictures and video from the party where 16-year-old Kylie Rodney was last seen.
If you have video of that night, detectives want more of it. There has been a lot of video provided, and some of it had to do with a fight that occurred at the party. Detectives right now are asking for any additional video that you have. So again, we urge you that you would please bring that forward.
the party, 200 plus, fact is there was a lot of drinking and drugging. Reported fights, some disturbing behavior between Kylie and a girl named.
That's the odd thing about all these articles of clothing she had was limp, blah, 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 blah. So, originally they said she was in the Lana Del Rey hoodie that Mags had gotten at, what the hell was that dude's name? The concert that they were at. I'm almost certain, because I found a bunch of clips. In one of the clips, which I'll be putting them all out there, like, just give me some time. I'm working on so many projects at one time in Fillmore that my head's spinning. There is an excerpt from Lindsay where she states that the Lana Del Rey hoodie was lent from her best friend. The only two people that could have come from was Mags, who was at the party, or Kate, who is claimed to not have been at the party. I'm gonna lean with Mags. I don't think she got it from Kate, but if she did get it from Kate, how did she get it? Maybe she got it that day they were making creme brulee. I don't know. Either which way, that Lana Del Rey hoodie had to have come from Mags or Kate. The whole problem that I have with that whole story is, one, what is on the hoodie, and two, the fact that Kylie already had her Odd Future hoodie. So why would she need to borrow another hoodie? For as much as they were back and forth between the car, it wouldn't have taken her very long to go to her car and get her Odd Future hoodie and put it on. Not only that, but her remains were not found with said hoodie on. And from what I see from the underwater footage, is that the Odd Future hoodie was in her car. So, y'all could deduce from that what you want.
Minutes before the party suddenly breaking up, and then cars started flying out of the parking lot. Something bad happened, and all the kids' parents told them not to get involved. You may want to keep in mind that there's a possibility of what happened to Kylie could be more sinister, and there was a panic.
Yeah, so there were some friendly fights that were going on. There was, like, we had boxing gloves. People do end up getting in fights over who won, but not this time.
I work at an emergency roadside assistance program. I got a call up in Truckee, Boca, for a battery call, so pretty much that means that the vehicle can't start. So I went en route up there, found the vehicle. At the time, I didn't realize that this was a situation until later on. After that, she was stating on how she was there all night, kind of at unease is what it looked like for me, like as if either they had a crazy night or a crazy day, or there's something going on I couldn't know, and at the time I didn't realize what was going on. So there was a guy there that was with her at time being. He was wearing a black San Francisco flat top ball cap facing forwards, brown hair that's sticking out just a little bit on the sides. It was kind of like they were both kind of at unease is what it looked like for me, like as if either they had a crazy night or a crazy day, or there's something going on I couldn't know, and at the time I didn't realize what was going on. But other than that, he was a thinner built guy is the best way I could put it, with a bro tank, and it was a white bro tank. He had some freckles on his face, like, or maybe it was like acne or whatnot, but it was on both sides of his face. He was also a little bit like shorter than me, so I'm 6'3".
Nathaniel Kabakungan went before a Placer County Superior Court judge to hear the murder and felony drug charges he faces, saying the defendant is responsible for a Roseville 15-year-old's fentanyl-related death. Roseville police say the girl was found dead back on June 21st.
And we're not looking to bust anybody else or get anybody in trouble.
2650 Arrow Creek Parkway. It's a park in front of the gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically, possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject's first at Kylie, and the vehicle is a match.
False, 100%. Fake news. Fake news.
We closed off the boat ramp at one point in time to cover like certain area and ground.
Kylie Rodney, described as 5'7", 115 pounds, blonde hair, hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing that black tank top and green pants, and she has a nose ring and a tattoo of the number 17 on her rib.
First, they think they found her tank top. She wasn't wearing a tank top. She was wearing a black bodysuit.
Hold on. Why don't you and I talk afterwards? I'm not going to deliver tactics, tell you strategies and the things that we're doing in a community forum on a news channel. The nitpicking or the trying to pick apart or talk about a whole separate case, it causes more stress, causes more problems. And what she wanted was progress, positive things, and how do we move forward. But we need to have these positive reactions and asking simple questions.
When she went missing. Pay attention if anybody comes across these pieces of jewelry, if anybody...
I gotta pause this for a minute. Jen M, yes, that is a very, 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 very good question. Did the guy ever speak to him? Nick Tow Truck guy. He stayed silent the whole time he was helping with the car? That's a good question. That's a very, 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 very good question. Thank you, honey. I'm gonna try to get that question to him, but I have a feeling he's done answering us.
Locates anything, to please immediately contact the Placer County Sheriff's Office or the Nevada County Sheriff's Office.
The area has been walked, driven, flown, grid searched. They're getting into tighter grid searching to, at this point we're looking for small and anything evidence-wise, as opposed to cars, people, things of that nature, even phones. We're trying to make it even tighter. We had swimmers we announced the other day that actually did surface swimming, so we don't want to disturb the water even underneath, because that can cause its own problems, and divers have been deployed at this point.
Y'all ever notice that when they want the narrative to be heard loud and clear, their audio is perfect, but when they're trying to distract people from what they're really saying, like, their audio is always really shitty? Why is that?
Point as well, to assist in the search, and it's been pretty thorough.
This is a hoodie that was loaned to Kylie on the day that she disappeared. This item is of significance. We believe that Kylie was still in possession of this hoodie when she disappeared.
No trace of Kylie or the silver Honda she drove to the campground in. Police releasing several photos of Rodney, including this one, taken just hours before the party, and this photo of the hoodie she's said to have been wearing when last seen. Police saying they received a video of her in that sweatshirt at the party, but have not released it yet.
16 local, state, and federal agencies are searching on the ground.
Here's what I don't understand about that Odd Future hoodie. There's numerous. I'm pretty sure there's well more than 4 or 5 pictures of her that we've seen of her in this hoodie. Why they chose to use stock footage of not only her car, but of articles of clothing that she was wearing, it just baffles me. It really does.
Found in the air and the water, looking for Kylie and her 2013 silver Honda CR.
The photo in the middle is an actual photo of Kylie's vehicle. It's a 2013 silver Honda CR-V.
Alright, so many people are just saying so many good things in this chat right now. I gotta address this stuff. Hold on. There's a lot of chat going on here. Oh, Night Owl, hit me up. Send me an email. My email is in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. It's also found on my About Me on my YouTube channel. Hook a bitch up. Molly says, I feel like if it was Kylie on the Nick G call, it never would have happened because she knew how to drive her own car. Yes. And if it wasn't Kylie, after whoever it would have been, realized the car was fine. Here's the problem. Here's the core of the problem that I have with Nick G. Knowing his background, and that he was taken the 3 years to become a licensed private investigator, which he is now, makes me question why he did not, the same day, or did he, alert authorities when he took that roadside assistant battery call. Why he didn't alert somebody. You're telling me, a man that has been doing this for 3 years learning, because that's what you have to do in the state of California, 3 years working for a firm to get your private investigator license, which he has. Why, with his background, did he not do something sooner? What made him, unless he was swayed by somebody, persuaded, told what he could and couldn't say, why did he wait a week to come forward? Was it fear? Did he want to make sure that AWP recorded this so that law enforcement couldn't backpedal on what he was saying? I don't know. I wish he would have talked to us more.
The Placer County Sheriff's Office releasing a new image of her car.
Oh, Crane, you even got a good comment too. Why ask about jewelry, license plates, bumpers, keychains, etc., if she was missing? How would they know, or did they know, she didn't have those in her possession? Make it make sense. I'm gonna keep reading some stuff here. Whoa. Wow, chat really going by. Hold on. We got lots of comments up in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be active with chat and have content. Yeah, Nels, you are right. So there is a picture floating around of Sam Brown at Lost Trail Lodge. Army for Jesus put that information out there. Kudos to her for that. Nick G said he called the number he was given for the service call before he got there. So wouldn't that number have been in his call log regardless if someone answered the phone? Yeah. And that's the thing is like, I commend the man for saying what he has. However, I just have problems with certain things. Like, he claims about the call. So the call would be in the call log. He also claims about having GPS coordinates of where he was that puts him at Boca that day doing the service call. However, he's never shown anybody those GPS coordinates. What he shows people, what he has shared with people, is screenshots of Google Maps. They're two totally different things. Google Maps goes off of cell phone tower pings, and GPS is accurate coordinates. Two totally different things. Kenny, yeah, if Nick was speaking the truth, there should have been clear evidence of his claims, just another narrative to divert. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these people, like all the Ronnies, even clear down to Megan, I think a lot of these people are red herrings. I think they're just diversions and distractions and narrative pushers, and that's just my opinion. Jenny says the first stock photo they used was totally different style of CRV. I know, the rims, everything, the trim, everything on that one stock photo, yes, is not. I think that was like a 2017 Honda CRV. Matter of fact, the other day I was driving down a road and I saw a 2013 CRV and I kept honking at the person. I was going to have them pull over so I could check a couple of things out on their car, but it got weird. You've told me many times about the channel. Can you drop the name of the channel? Wait, the channel is a name and you geek out about names. Oh, well, can you email it to me? I don't care if you drop it in chat. I'm okay with you dropping names in here. You can drop the channel name in here. That's fine. If they're talking about Kylie's case, I am totally down for dropping channel names here. The more people that sub up to these channels talking about it, the better. Okay, I'll continue.
So take a look, and they do confirm the Honda CR-V has a Ram sticker right below the back
I agree,
wiper
Mark.
blade. So that's the new info for you.
Going nowhere nearly a week after a 16-year-old went missing. Kylie Rodney was at a campground for a party when she disappeared.
Been home base for Kylie's close friends and family, and just take a look here behind me. They're still out here. They've been here all week organizing search parties and handing out flyers.
Yeah, the ping for the data points and everything were near the water. It's hard to tell an exact pinpoint or anything like that, but just as much on land as it was on water overall. But yeah, we continue to look for that item as well. Just because it was last pinged there, that doesn't mean that that's where the phone stopped being. There's lots of reasons of why those notifications or...
This audio is up and down, up and down. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not me. Thank you. Dude, I just gotta leave this on the screen because this is the biggest problem that I have with Kylie Rodney's case. The last person to see and talk to the missing person was head of the search and collecting evidence. Make that make sense. Smith cautioned searchers to be cognizant of items like car bumpers and license plates that may be spotted on the side of the road. So should such an item be spotted, the location and other information should be texted to Sammy Smith. There's her phone number. She's doxing herself. Should Rodney or her vehicle be spotted, the Placer County Sheriff's Office. No. This one should not have been running the investigation. Like, I understand that her parents run a private investigation firm, but never in a case have I ever seen the prime suspect, the last person to talk to somebody alive, run the investigation, run the show. I'm sorry, you just don't. That's not professional. It's not what you do. Yeah, everybody, like, that's the thing is, like, everyone thought it was okay. I don't know if it was FBI or local law enforcement's tactic to get her to slip up, to keep her talking and record it, to someday pin it to her. I have no clue what the fuck they were thinking. But I really hope it was just to keep her talking, to see if her story would stick a year later. All right, thank you, Night Owl. I'll definitely check my email. Sorry about the audio.
I have the last call to her.
Yep, you
and
sure did.
I was the last person pretty much who knows what was happening.
Okay, there's a video that I was live that I was watching today, which I'm going to play that part of it because what this woman says about that last call and about the situation is a whole lot of yes. If you go to Google Maps, put in Las Chalas to Boca Resort Campground, it is exactly 38-minute drive in the first. Okay, thank you, Night Owl. Is it possible they tarp the CR-V from back to front coming out of the water, not only to block people from seeing inside, but because it didn't match the CR-V pics they'd showed us? Bro, I mean, that's very possible, Aaron. I don't know. All I know is somebody has the CR-V now, and I would love to see photos of it the whole way around, or a video of it the whole way around. Like, I mean, we've seen the hood, we've seen the side of it. I would love to see the entirety of the car for whoever has her car. Sammy's talking in that first interview where she says in her car, she says, we know it's probably, yeah, she does. It's okay, Nels, you're good. Attorney for parents, you'd think they'd be against telling daughter not to say anything. Yeah, I know. You would think, unless she has some sort of guilt, that they would tell her, just come forward. Tell it all. Why? And it's just, it doesn't make any sense how Kylie's location was turned off at 12:03. Her last phone ping of service, of showing that her phone was on and in service, was 12:33. Law enforcement never confirmed nor denied that last phone call that Sammy is claiming she had with her at 12:36. It's just very fucking odd, all of it.
This is a common misconception.
Yeah, it is.
She was not being driven home, and she was not driving. So, okay. At the end of the party, when I saw her,
This part.
She was supposed to give me a ride home because I had asked her to give me a ride.
Right here is when it all starts falling the fuck apart.
Home because I wanted to stay later. I then realized later in the party that I believe she was drunk, and I knew she was drunk, and so I did not want her to be driving me home.
Alright, I'm gonna skip through this bullshit because we're gonna be coming back to
I
it.
know about drink. A call from her, and she called me. I was on my way home from the party, and she was supposed to give me a ride home, but I had already told her I didn't need a ride home. And I answered it, and she said, "Hey, where are you? Like, do you still need a ride home?" And I was like, "No, I already told you this. Like, we're all good." Like,
Dennis, I released all of the correspondence that we had with Nick Wren. Nick Wren has always said, and I do believe he even says in the, what do you want to call it, the dive around of her car, that he sees a shoe. He has stuck true to his statement that the only thing that he saw from his view, he never went back and rewatched any of the footage. From his view, what he saw was Kylie's body from the shins, or the shins down. And what he saw was part of pants, a sock, and a shoe.
Like, I'm in the car right now, like, thank you so much. And she was like, yeah, of course, love you, good night, like, I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, hey, love you, see you tomorrow.
Exactly, Ara. Who is we? We. Yep.
Be safe. And then after that, nobody has had any contact or sighting of her. I'm leaving. I already have another ride because I didn't want to.
This bitch is
drive
a
home
liar.
with her.
Liar.
And so I had told her that, but she still ended up calling me at 12:36 asking if I needed a ride, and she sounded just really drunk, I guess. But Kylie did not have a set ride home, and I was under the impression that she would either sleep there or find another ride home. When she called me, she was not in a car. I could hear the party and many people talking in the background. I wanted to reiterate this to all of the adults, all of the kids. Please do not come to this.
You don't. Tuck and roll.
Drive away.
Tuck and roll.
As far as the kids, so that they cannot see you, you cannot see them, you cannot hear anything.
Don't look at your kids.
I am in contact with the deputies, I'm in contact with the detectives, I'm in contact with the FBI, everybody. I am the person these kids need to be going to. Anybody that knew about the party, learned about the party after, knows.
Oh, so what you're saying is the 38 minutes is the time mapped from Kylie's house to Boca, not Kylie. Yeah, because from Kylie's house to Prosser, isn't it like 28 minutes or something like that? 30 minutes? Whereas to Boca, it's like 38 minutes or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, well, like, that's the thing. Is she sounded really drunk, I guess. Like, man, it's bad enough you left her behind. Like, you really don't know. You don't know much, do you? It's weird.
Anything at all.
Like, and that's the thing, is she didn't know much about her alleged friend, but she knew all the details of what she was wearing, the bodysuit, all of these details, but, can't with this chick. Like, she's the reason, this one right here on the screen, is the reason why I deep dove the Kylie Rodney case, because the second that I heard her interview, my gut was telling me this bitch is lying.
Somebody who went, you knew somebody who was planning on going, you knew any drugs or alcohol that was there, you knew somebody who brought somebody, anything at all, even if you did not go, you do not know.
Alright, Sammy, I gotta cut you off. You acting like a whole ass Amber Heard right here. Actually, I just let it play. Might as well.
You never met Kylie. You have no idea what's even going on. You knew about Foster. Please come to me. I will take you one by one into this man right here. I will act like this is the first time. I will take your name to jail. If they try to question me for that, I pray. I will not give up your name.
And if people are out there telling...
Look, the fact that she going on saying about, I'll take your name to jail, I will not give up your name, that right there goes to say that she's admitting she knows something happened. She knows some secrets that she ain't willing to give up.
People who may have valuable information to not come forward, that's an issue.
Everybody, please listen to what I'm about to say.
Listen to her, y'all. Listen
Everybody,
up!
please. So, I am Sammy Smith. I'm in...
Wait, hold up. Nick saw 2 bodies in the car. No. I don't ever recall Nick Wren ever saying that. And if he did say that, I'd like to have the receipts on that, because I don't ever recall Nick ever saying he saw 2 bodies, ever. But, hey.
Charge of the teen-to-teen talks. Please, if you have given a statement to the
Please,
police,
everybody,
that's fine.
I'm panicking. I'm about to shit my
every
pants.
Single teenager here, if you are willing to, and if you can, please
Look,
realize how serious
this is
I need you to
desperation.
come to me. If you were all...
She don't want any footage that would incriminate her out. She is panicking right now, begging and pleading with her community to help her sweep it under the rug, in my opinion, allegedly.
Teenagers, it doesn't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you know her or if you've ever even heard of her. We need you.
Like, why would you say that? Like, if you've never known her or if you don't even know it, like, why would you say that? If you don't know her, then why the fuck would you, like, why would you say, yeah, I knew Kylie Rodney if you don't know her? Like, it doesn't make no damn sense to me.
You there right now, please. This is what could be, this could be what saves her. You could save her life with any information you give us.
And that we are going to find Kylie with the help of our community. But
And
only with
anybody
the
else.
help of our community.
Only the help of our community. Yeah, who's these scary older men, huh? Huh? I think they're made up. I think a lot of people, especially Sammy Smith, put a lot of red herrings out there. Hold on, let me scroll through some of these. Yeah, if you have a picture of it, send it to Lala. She'll definitely check it out and send it on to me. Dog, please stop. That's so gross. Yuck. No. Lindsay said Kylie had a phone charger in her car. Yeah, and I mean, if you look in the underwater footage, you can see a charger in it. They kept going to the car to charge the phone and to call her mom and other stuff. Yeah, I feel like somebody at this point had already had Kylie's phone. I feel like somebody was impersonating Kylie. I think something happened to her well before midnight, in my opinion, allegedly. Yep, the reason the end of the party details don't make any sense is because a lot of it is a lie. Yes, absolutely.
We can't urge enough that
Shan, have you looked on your own with your great eyes to see if you see these 2 people others are saying? What 2 people, honey? What 2 people are you referring to, Molly? I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. Absolutely, Bridge. They put red herrings out there to see what would stick. Yeah, but you have to understand that they didn't want the truth of what happened to her. None of it getting out there. So the best way to do it is to create distractions, to create a whole bunch of narratives, to insert all of this bullshit in there and come up with all these red herrings. So you're distracted by the red herrings rather than what is.
people that were there know something. If you know something, please say something. Come.
Wait, where at, Lala? Did Sammy say nobody else? Where at? I'm sorry, I already went past it. Which part? Yeah, nobody else. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the part where Mag says that we're going to do this with the help of our community and only our community. Yes, Sammy says, and nobody else. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And why would SS allegedly say, see you tomorrow when Kylie was going? The thing, okay, so the thing with that whole thing, okay, is if Sammy and Kylie keep meeting up at said party, okay, back and forth, they're meeting up, they keep running into each other, yet, I mean, they were inseparable like a little pair. That's a whole contradiction. The problem that I have with Sam's story is the fact that she says how many times that they were meeting up and they were this, that, and everything else. And all of that, okay, when she couldn't find Kylie to let her know that she had had another ride, she chose to go searching for her at this party rather than picking her fucking phone up and calling Kylie in that moment. It's kind of odd that she went back into the party or whatever to look for Kylie to have this conversation rather than just calling her. But she had to make sure, she stated she had the last phone call with her at 12:36, which is still not possible. This makes no sense to me. Alright, let me get back to some chat comments, and then I'm going to keep playing this video. Yeah, Alana, the thing with that is, yeah, no teen, even me being 43 years old, I'm not going anywhere without my phone being charged. If I'm going to a party, well, for me, my little old ass, I go to bonfires. I'm not going to go to a bonfire knowing I'm going to be 4 hours out in the middle of the woods without my phone having a full charge or bringing my portable charger. And if you look at a lot of this footage, you will see a lot of kids at the press conferences walking around with their little cell phones with their little portable chargers. Sammy Smith is one of them. Get some sleep, Kenny. We love you. Blessings, babe. Someone with cash or power has covered this up, and no one has been interrogated. I mean, there has been interrogations, but it's sad that Jagger, of all people, was the only one that was interrogated multiple times for hours on end, yet people like Sammy Smith get interrogated once, and, oh, we believe her. I don't know, I don't even believe that they were even friends. Yeah, why didn't they use their portable charger? Sammy definitely has one. Facts, Crane. Facts. Rewind what part? To where? To where Sammy and Mags are talking right here? This is what we're talking about, the spot right here, honey? Hold up. I know she said rewind it, so I'm going to rewind it. Right about here? Yeah, 43, yep. Yeah, no, I'm 43. I'm definitely 43. I wish I was 34 still, but no. We're moving on up. Right about here, Lala? True, I'm sweating. I need to be turning my... What are you saying, Sue? It's kind of silly. What's up, William? We got a lot of good people in the house. I'm going to try right here.
And that we are... Right now, please, this could be what saves her. You could save her life with any information you give us. And...
Save her life? Damn, it's almost like,
that we are going to find Kylie with the help of our community.
And
only with the help of our community.
And anybody else. That part right there? Where she says, and anybody else? I'm sorry, I gotta turn my air conditioner on. My tubby ass is sweating. Sorry, I'll mute myself if I have to. But I can't take it no more. I'm sweating. Is that the part you want to hear? You want me to play it one more time? Sorry if you hear my air running in the background. You know, you either have to deal with it or I'll mute myself. Alright, let me rewind this a tiny bit. Let's play this little clip one more time.
And that we are going to find Kylie with the help of our community. But
And
only with
anybody
the
else.
help of our community.
Yep, she says, and anybody else. Yeah, anybody else.
Big. Is that a boat? Or is that an SUV? Whatever it is, it has build-up on it. Could be a car.
We have hope that Kylie is going to come home.
And this is what I find most fucked up about this whole case. Not only Sammy Smith and her knowledge and lack of knowledge and misinformation, is the fact of when Kylie's autopsy was released, they announced it on Ubinet rather than Placer County or Nevada County releasing the information on their own website or their Facebook pages. They let Ubinet release that information. Fucked up. It's about as bad as the sun.
There is honor in silence.
A kid goes missing after attending a party of 200 to 300 people. There's always, most likely, something that happened at that party. Someone knows something. Someone possibly did something. Not only one person knows, but multiple people know.
If people know something, say something.
We believe out of the 200 to 300 juveniles and young adults who were at that party, somebody must know something.
If you have to ask yourself the question, should you come forward with some information, you've already answered it. No piece of information is too small.
If you think you have information and you don't know if it's relevant, we want it. You had firsthand contact with Kylie, who interacted with her near the time that she was last seen. Those take priority. But we're looking at, video.
Alright, I got Aaron. SS claims they didn't usually have phones out, but we've seen photos and everyone has a phone out. Absolutely. Like, if you look through any of their social medias, any of the old social media screenshots that have been taken, from Sammy to Alika to Mags to any of them, like, you can literally see, we'll focus on Sammy for a minute. In all of her old photos, videos, up to her current, Sammy Smith always has a phone on her. Matter of fact, if you look at some of her little Las Vegas trip, she got a whole ass another camera with her. So I don't know what these people are talking about. Oh, we go out in the middle of the woods. We don't take our phones with us. Yeah, you do. Allegedly.
Video that people are sending in, anything. We're looking at timestamps so we can create the best timeline possible. Take all that information in.
We have one cause, and we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep going forward.
We know somebody in the region, somebody in the community has to know something.
What we need is the community's help in assisting with providing that information on the investigation. And what I would encourage you to do is, if you have that information, we need the information from the community.
But if we have that one tip that leads us in the right direction, that could change everything, yes.
I'm gonna pause it right there. When they say if we just had that one tip that could lead us in the right direction. Like, I firmly believe... Hold on, let me turn my hair off and get my dog out of my face. I firmly believe that there are good cops out there. I think Mr. Barnhart, Detective Barnhart, Sheriff Barnhart, whatever we're calling him, I think he's one of the good ones. I think there were a couple good ones in this case that really truly wanted to get to the bottom of what happened to Kylie. However, I think the corruption in this area overrode any good from any of these. Wow, dog. Here we go with Nova. Nova got something to say. Alright, I'm gonna go through chat. Oh, you just sneezed on me. That's grody. Alright, let me read some comments. Yeah, Sam. Also, if she was drinking from the same cups, etc., she would have known hours earlier that Kylie Rodney. Yes, absolutely. Like, that's why, like, there's so many holes in her story. I can't with her lies and bullshit. And with only the help of our community. I'm trying to type and a comment and it keeps disappearing. That's weird. No puppy. I think they're older, but like, what if they're really are that young and what they doing lifestyle is just a puppy? Yeah, some drugs will do that, Night Owl. You could save her life with any information you give us. Yes, she insinuated prior that the kids could talk to her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know the word community bothers me. I can't use that word without thinking of Kylie in this community. Let me read some more comments. Yes, thank you so much to everyone for engaging in conversation here. We're here for justice for Kylie. For sure. Yeah, Crane, like everybody this day and age, like with the advancements of technologies, the government pushing everybody should have a computer, a phone in their household. Like, you are not telling me that these people, anybody that has a phone, hell, Phoenix has a phone that, like, and he doesn't really talk to anybody other than his one friend and his other mom. Like, Phoenix is one of few kids that I can say is not always on his phone, but he is always either on his laptop, his computer, or a gaming system where he, you know what I mean, is taking screenshots, doing this and that. But anytime, like, Phoenix goes, like, say, to, like, Ocean City, or goes to his mom's house, or goes to a bonfire, or goes whatever, that child always has his phone or a camera of some sort with him to collect the memories. And these kids are not telling me, these adults are not telling me that there's no footage of Kylie. I'm sorry. And just the other thing that bothers me is that Jagger claims that he has footage of Kylie seeming drunk in videos, but out of all of the stuff that he could have put out there, that's like one thing he didn't. It makes no sense to me. I feel like if Kylie was messed up that night, I don't think it was fully on her own accord. But then you look at the toxicology and that says otherwise. So either she had something in her system they didn't test for, or she wasn't fucked up. White Rain, there's a lot of speculation out there. Like, I've been looking at a lot of old lives where I'm like seeing articles that don't exist today. And there's just a lot of statements that Kylie's mom has made that it almost implies, and I'm not saying this is fact, and it could have been debunked, but some of her statements almost imply that her or somebody within that household showed up there. I'm not saying that's fact. Just the same as we don't know what parents went and helped clean up this party. But we know that information was put out there into the, whatever you want to call it, the narrative or the story or whatever we're calling it. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, Jenny, you're right. Like, it's very, very possible because it fits the timeline that I'm putting together. Like, I don't know about anybody else's timeline. Oh, here we go. Oh, my. Oh, baby. We need. You need some attention? Go tell Brubby. He's up and awake. He's excited. Go see him. I don't know what I'm saying. This dog got me. What? Oh, my. Yeah, see, like, recent articles, like, and that's the thing, Ara, and I know that you've noticed it as well, is, like, you'll look at an article that'll say, like, posted August 9th, but then it'll be, like, updated August 21st. And if you take that URL and you drop it into the Internet Archives, aka the Wayback Machine, you will see the differences in the updates of it. And we'll just keep with what I said. The August 9th article is completely different from what they updated it to on, we'll just say August 24th. Like, it's weird. No, she's not hungry. She just wants attention. She's very needy. And every time I put my headphones on, she acts like this. Let me see what else. Yeah, and especially at a graduation, end of the year, what they call it, a farewell senior party. The fact that they call it a farewell party. They would 1000% want pictures. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I just don't buy this whole none of these kids have evidence. Somebody has evidence. It's just I feel the parents told them, shh, we don't do that here. And that's why I will continue to go back to the Truckee way. They don't want anything that will uproot or cause a wave or cause a rift or cause any type of unknown or unwanted friction in the community. Like they like to, the transparency of people coming forward and saying, oh, this is the situation we have, so that they can continue to sweep this bullshit under the rug. They need to keep Tahoe's economy and funds rolling. They don't care about the deaths of these people. That is apparent. Absolutely apparent. Alright, so what we got next? Yeah, she does love her mommy. Hi to baby, give me kisses. Thank you. Oh, I have nothing for you. Are you hungry? Do you need a treat? Yeah, see, she needs a treat. She ain't hungry. She just wants to chew on something. No, you can say a YouTube channel, like you can tell the name of a YouTube channel. Doxing is pretty much when you release somebody's location. That is that's technically doxing somebody. I don't even think like putting somebody's first and last name is considered doxing. I don't think it's considered doxing until you release their address or whatever. I have no idea. All I know is I've been doxed a bunch of times, and it really don't affect me. Alright, let's get this dog a treat. Here, you want something thick? There you go. Take that. Go. Alright, she got a rawhide chew. She good to go. Yeah, and that's the thing, Goslin, is with how much of this story has switched up for how many different narratives there are, I can guarantee if they were questioned now, everything is going to unravel. People are going to start snitching. And I don't think, let me watch the way I phrase this. I don't think this story is just about some kids that went to a party and Kylie Rodney wound up not making it home that night. I think Kylie's story shed so much light on so much corruption and so much darkness that is happening within their own community and is the reason why they had to sweep it under the rug as quick as they did. I'm seeing the common trend between all of these cases. Some of these cases go clear back to 1985. I'm trying to focus on the cases in the 2000s. Guys, I'm wait for it. But yeah, like, there's too many common traits of them covering up the deaths of people in Nevada and Placer County. And I'm here for it. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to shed light on it because Kylie Rodney can't do it anymore. Oh yeah, it's definitely to the core of the earth deep. You're talking about a lot of people with a lot of money and power. Yep. And whereas it looks like it's just a Truckee problem, it is a global problem that has been ongoing for decades. Yeah, Kylie's story shed a huge light on what is happening in that town, in their community, in their state, in the United States, and more so globally. Eventually, the truth's going to come out, Far Canal. It really will. What their goal is to get us to stop talking about it, and I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm going to keep using my right, freedom of speech. They can try to shut my channel down. Like, I've noticed the trend of what's happening with my channel in the past couple of weeks. And it's kind of why I've just been kind of like meh about certain things. I noticed anytime that I put Kylie Rodney's name in my title, anytime I hashtag her, the video is automatically demonetized. I noticed that most of the videos are getting these weird ad suitability strikes. Like I'm noticing a trend with what's been going on recently with my channel, but I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, look at the Murdaugh situation. Whew. Like, and that's the thing, is after Alex was arrested, look at the justice that's going to be coming for Mr. Smith. Look at how much light was shed on so much corruption. And like, that's the reason why I'm here. Here is, you know, I want to shed light on corruption. I want to shed light on the lies. I'm here to find as much truth as possible. And it just so happens that I'm realizing there's a lot of cases within the same region with the same similarities between their calling of death. I'm not even going to say cause of death, because their cause of death has been called wrong. To the discrepancies in the autopsies, to the final results, some of these cases have been left open so that the information can't be released via FOIA. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that more people are not waking up to the corruption and the distractions and the narratives that we are being fed on a daily basis. One of the things that I wanted to put out there is look at this whole Titan submersible thing. While everybody was focused on that, which, I mean, I stayed up to date with it, but it wasn't anything that I wanted to put all over my channel, because I felt it was just a distraction from the laws that were passed, from things that happened in that week of time that went on while everybody was distracted with the submersible. If you don't believe me, I'll record some things and I'll throw them up as shorts to give you guys an idea. Y'all ready for the next video? Oh, hold on. What was it that y'all were sleuthing when you hit that nerve a couple weeks ago? It was enough for them to make a statement, that's for sure. I don't even know. It's probably when we drop names, when we talk about certain topics. I know I really hit a lot of nerves whenever I did, I dropped that video on the Erickson report. Yeah, so, Bridge, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. So, during all of the submersible things going on, Epstein's, all of the information, all of the emails, all of the documentation was released to the public, and everybody missed it. Well, not everybody, I can't say that. Like, 75% of the people missed it. Missed the fact of all of this information that was put into the news. They were so focused on this submersible that they didn't realize what was really happening. Live chat takes a while. Yeah. So the live chats, depending on how long the live is, I'm going to assume for every hour that the live is about how long it takes for the live chat to appear. I noticed, like, with my lives that are about 3 hours long, 4 hours long, I noticed it takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours for the chat to actually appear. But I never disable my live chats. They're always there. I started going back to my original lives, and for anybody that has requested that I go through and start putting timestamps in, I have started going through from the beginning. I've only made it through my first 3. I'm telling y'all. I don't know how y'all sit through all these lives, but hey, thank you for doing it. I started putting timestamps in with the topics so that you guys can find the information easier to go through. I've also been creating the thumbnails for them with whoever is on panel within that so that you guys can bounce through them. But I'm going to continue doing that. Like, I normally work on stuff like that when I'm playing Call of Duty, like between games loading and stuff like that. I'll work on that. But in my free time, when I have my focus is on case stuff, like, I try to stay focused on that. No, guys, like, I've been watching a lot of videos, like even about the Titanic and the story about the Morgans and stuff like that. Like, yeah, chaos and crime. Yeah, I have been finding so much stuff going through my old lives, not only in my own videos, but in the chat. And I have been taking screenshots, making note of the information, and I'm trying to just keep it put out there. I've been noticing nuggets in like Zav's lives that I think people either, because of the way it was presented, and I'm not dogging any creators. Absolutely love what Zav did for Kylie. Very thankful for the information she did put out there. It's just some of the information I think was missed. So I'm going to start re-putting it back out there in the format that I want. Let me see what else. There's a lot of comments. Yeah, I remember that one, Nose. Yeah, NH hasn't said a word. Nobody wants to talk about him. They don't want to talk about his daddy. They don't want to talk about was he at the party. They don't want to talk about if him and Kylie were dating. Like, they don't want to talk about him at all. And that's, to me, the fact that they want to keep all of the light off of him makes that shit suspect as fuck. Yeah, Captain Kurtz, like, there are so many, like, just so you guys know, if you go to my main YouTube channel and you scroll down, you will see a bunch of playlists. In my list of playlists, I have a Kylie Rodney playlist. I want to say there's like 600 videos now in there, where anything that I watch that I feel has solid, credible information in it, I will throw in her playlist. Y'all check it out. There's a lot of information in there. A lot of information. Oh shit, Jen, I'm gonna have to look that book up. I love to read. I just downloaded a bunch of books. I'm spending some time reading in my spare time too. I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of things that I do. It just so happens that casework is now like a major hobby of mine. Remember that comment Hambrick's dad commented on this CHB post? Yeah, this is Nate's close friend. He absolutely did. Thanks, Bob. Dude, Ara does incredible work. Incredible work. So does Erin. Like, what Erin does for us behind the scenes, the stuff that she finds, puts together, like, the screenshots, like, all of everybody's work between my chat, the comments everywhere, the Discord, like, y'all are incredible people. Incredible for what you do for cases and Kylie Rodney. Who's Whitney Webb? What? I'm gonna have to look that up. NH has a future planned out for him, but for sure by family and prominent associates. Yeah, I was looking into his graduation ceremony and where he's gonna be working at, like, and all that stuff. So, ooh, you have 902. Will you drop that playlist for me? I mean, you don't have to do it here. You can do it over at the other place if you'd like. But I'd love you to DM me the link to the playlist. Alright, I'll definitely check it out, Jen. Thank you. So we are going to move on to some Ninja Chihuahua videos. The next 3 are from Ninja Chihuahua. If you guys have not subscribed to her channel, please go do so. She just definitely deserves a lot of subscribers. Hold on 1 second.
I understand it's a child. I understand it's a child, but it's still her decision to go to the party. It's her decision. And her parents let her go to the party. It's their decision.
She makes me want to vomit.
Go pick her up at the party. So if a parent really wants to be a parent, they get up off their ass and go drive to where their child is at 16 years old. Anybody else want to try to go again? Because I'd be more than happy to. At the end of the day, it's the parents and the child's responsibility. No one else's. No speaking ill of the dead. Kylie is a wonderful person that I don't know, that I've only heard of now, a lot of. She seems like a very, very talented individual. Love who she was as a person. I never met her. But let me ask you a question. If I drive down the street right now and I run that red light, who ran the red light? Who ran it? Who ran the red light? If I read...
All right, I gotta pause this bitch right here. So, Megan, you are implying that all of these kids that have chosen to go to school where an active shooter decides to shoot up their school and they get shot and killed, it's their own fault for choosing to go to school that day? Absolutely the fuck not.
And I get hit by a car, and I run a red light, whose problem is that? Thank you. So it would be my fault, right? So if I drive myself to a party and I don't come home from a party, at the end of the day, whose fault? Anything else doesn't matter. Whose fault? I'm not blaming her. I'm saying that she went to the party her damn self. If you go to a party and something happens, it's your fault for going to the party. If they get broken up and the party gets broken up and you get in your car and you drive away and you get arrested and you do whatever you're going to do, it's your fault. What more you got for me? Because every which way it's going to come back to she had her car keys in her hand. She got in the car and she drove to the party. If you don't come home, if I go to a bar and I drive there and I drive away from it, and I get in a car accident or I hit this pole, whose fault? Mine at the end of the day, it's my fault. Nobody else's. And an accident is an accident, and that happened, I still have to pay for the damages because I hurt somebody. So if she was there and she did this, then you're right, someone had to pay for her damages. But her car doesn't have that problem.
Here's the problem that I have with Megan. Instead of defending the 16-year-old child minor who lost her life, she is literally defending the adults that were responsible for Kylie that night. The people responsible for Kylie were the adults at the party, the parents, and the people that knew she was at this party and needed a ride home safely. Those are the people responsible. The community. You're literally talking about a 16-year-old child. And that's the thing, Ara, is if Sammy knew that Kylie was that fucked up, without a doubt, that Kylie was that fucked up, why, if you're alleging to be her so-called friend, would you leave her at that party and let her fend for herself? Why, if you spoke to her on the phone at your alleged 1236 and you were just barely getting onto 89, why didn't your happy little ass turn around and pick up your fucking so-called friend? Why did you leave her behind? Was it because she wasn't able to drive or be driven? Is that why? And that's the thing, Katie Bug. Sam was 18, drinking with a minor, a 16-year-old, and left her behind because she was too wasted. Here's the truth in that. Is if you look at any other state laws, if you are at a party and somebody gets intoxicated, a minor, they hold the people that are of age, 18 and plus, accountable for the death and solicitation of a minor. Period. This is why all these kids got amnesty, whatever the hell word we're using today. Amnesty, what's the other fucking words? I can't even with these people. Alan, the thing of it is, I would never let my friends drink and drive home. And I sure the hell, even if I didn't like you, if I knew that you were intoxicated and about ready to get behind a wheel, I'm going to take your ass home. I don't care what kind of beef we have. I don't care if we argue the whole time in the car. I would rather know that somebody is home safe and that we can argue the next day than to know that they're not only putting their life at risk, but they're putting other people at risk the second they get behind a wheel. I am still to this day a designated driver to all of my friends and all of my community, my real community, that they know if they're at a local bar and they've had too many drinks, they can call me. They can text me and say, hey, can you by chance come pick me up here? Just drop me off at home? Absolutely. That's what I do. There is no reason why these people that claim to be her friends left her ass behind. Absolutely, Ara. Absolutely. Absolutely, honey. That's what real friends do. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing, Katie Bug, is like, they push this narrative that creepy older dude showed up at this party. Like, y'all bounced knowing there were creepy older dudes at this party, but you decided to leave the youngest person at this party behind? It makes no fucking sense to me that you guys knew, one, and I don't know. I don't know what to believe in this story, but you allege that creepy older men showed up at this party. In that moment, girl code, friend code, family code, community code is if weird shit's starting to go down, you snatch up all your friends and you get home safely. And you tell your parents. You tell the police. You don't leave people behind. You don't leave people to fend for themselves, especially a 16-year-old child. You don't. It's just something you don't do. You don't do it.
For whatever reason, she ended up in the water, and I'm very, very, very sorry for that.
No, you're
There's
not.
nothing I can do to change it. If I could, I would, but I can't, so I won't. And
wow,
I can't change that that happened to Kylie. Neither can Sam, because Sam wasn't there. Sam left the party, and I because why would she tell me that she left the party when I talked to her one day after the party, and she didn't tell me that she. And then she already told me she didn't come home wet, so therefore that can't answer that.
Whoa, I gotta hold up. I gotta go back. Hold up. What happened here?
For whatever reason.
Hold on. I gotta pause this here, because this is true. Where the hell did it go? Oh, because it was only 32 seconds long. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. So, Sammy told you, Megan, the day after the party, and I remember her saying this. I have the audio of it. Right here is the audio of it. The day after the party, that she didn't come home wet before anybody mentioned or asked her about being wet. It's almost like Sammy had to hurry up and insert all of this information into this case so she didn't look sus, but all it did is made her look sus. And now, like Megan, she just can't help herself, and she looks sus as hell too. I'm sorry. You're sitting here defending a prime suspect. I just can't with her ass. I just can't. I don't think there's any trolls here. Not right now, at least. And if there is, I can't see him. Yeah, Sammy saying what's going on instead of what's happened gives me strange vibes. Not sure how to explain that feeling, but it's unsettling. It sure is, honey. A lot of what Sammy said is unsettling. Very unsettling. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it's always been instilled in us to never leave your friends behind. And I just find it odd that all of these kids grow up being told, and I'm talking about Truckee, these kids are brought up and told enough that if you're going to drink and drive, let somebody else drive you, or if you're too drunk, stay where you're at. Okay? I just don't, I don't understand how anybody in this day and age, especially in Truckee, having all of their little DUI programs that they have, like especially in the school, like how you have to reenact a drunk driving accident, how these kids have all of this knowledge, but when it came down to Kylie Rodney, they just bounced on her. It makes no sense. The wet story, I mean, it came from Megan, to be honest. And then when she made mention of it, everybody started asking her questions about it. I know us at Squirrels on Fire, a lot of us had asked her that same question. Like, I think the original story came from Sammy's own sister, that Sam had come home that night wet. Like, her own sister put that out there. And then, like, nobody really paid attention to it until Megan brought it up, which is kind of weird. Like, it's almost like criminals or suspicious people kind of just tell on themselves. Katie Bug, the thing of it is LE knows that underage drinking happens at Prosser and Boca and all of these little party locations. And I honestly think because some of these kids are their kids, they just kind of turn a blind eye depending on who's at the party. Who you know depends on if you get that free ride or not. If you're one of these people that hang out with like the little biker groups that Ellie doesn't really care for, those are the people that get in trouble. But the people that have it in good with the money and the power there, those are the people that I don't think ever get anything, not even a slap on the wrist. I think a lot of blind eyes get turned. They all, MJ, they have to know about it. I'm sorry that I call it out like I see it, but they have to know about it. And if they claim that they don't, then why do you have these programs in high school for seniors, juniors and seniors, for them to reenact DUI accidents? If it's not a problem, then why do you have that program? It's clear to see if you look at any of their old news articles that they know there is a drug and alcohol problem from underagers. They've known for a long time. A very long time. I'm going to skip to the next one. Got 7 minutes. I'm just going to let these play out. At 7 minutes. And then I'm out chill.
Because you guys think that I know something about Kylie when I clearly was not at the party. You guys all want to say that that you're, like everything, like every single thing that you guys have come up with has either been debunked, right? Because you guys think that I know something about Kylie when I clearly was not at the party. There were shady characters there. Yes, there was a few people that they cannot identify. There was a few people that we. I've met some people that you don't even know were at that party, and they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible.
Yeah, let's hear it again.
This party, horrible things. And I've met some people that you don't even know were at that party, and they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. I've met some people that you don't even know were at that party, and they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. I had come across 6 months ago, in the same town. I was up on a street. Someone had gotten in a car accident, and it was a fairly bad car accident. And I happened to pull over, was the first person on site again. And was I reliving that day? And was I going wishing that I could have done something differently?
that night.
And then we're going to move on to some videos that I put out.
I'm a certified master scuba diver and an open water scuba instructor.
This one goes fast.
Most of my time spent scuba diving is in cold water
or just
and
go
in
watch
waterways
the video
with low to no visibility.
Justice for Kylie Rodney. This is our correspondence between Nick Wren and Squirrels on Fire. If you guys want to watch the full extent of this video, it is up on my channel. This is the important one. Truth and justice for Kylie Rodney, y'all. I love you.